Well, you have found the house, you have gotten your mortgage, you have done all your inspections, you've gotten your request for repairs figured out, and now it's time to close the deal. I'm Chris Spade at Keller Williams Realty. We're going to take you through the closing process on what you can expect and what happens right before you get your keys. Stay with us. What's going on, everyone? Thanks so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you taking the time out to learn a little bit about what's going on in real estate in San Diego. If you would like more information or to stay up to date, hit that subscribe button. Also, click that little bell so that way you'll be notified every time I drop fresh new content. And after you're done watching this video, if you would give us a little thumbs up, I truly would appreciate it. So we're ending the process of your loan, and we're ending the process of closing and getting you one step closer to getting your keys. So what does the closing process look like? So we're going to go over that in detail step by step. So one of the things that is going to happen is the escrow officer is going to get in touch with the mortgage company, and they're going to put together your final closing statement. You're going to get what's called a CD, or a closing disclosure. Once you sign the closing disclosure, it has to technically mature by law for 3 days. After those 3 days is when you can sign your loan documents. Meanwhile, back at the mortgage company, once you have signed your closing disclosure, they're getting together what is called a clear to close. Once they've done that, they're going to put together your loan documents. Now, those loan documents are going to be typed with very specific numbers that you're going to find on your closing disclosure, so there won't be any surprises when you get to the notary section of signing your documents. But before we get to that, what's going to happen is those documents are going to be typed up, and they're going to be sent over to the escrow company. And that's when the escrow officer is going to get them, and she or he is going to do what they call work up the docs. At this point, the escrow officer is going to receive the documents. They are going to go over the documents to make sure that there are no mistakes on the documents. If they find no mistakes, then one of two things is either going to happen. They're going to invite you into the escrow company to sign your documents with the escrow officer, who is a notary, or what they'll do likely is they're going to send a mobile notary to your home or someplace else to meet you. Now, if you're invited into the escrow company or the title company where you'll be signing your loan documents, just know that everything is cleaned and sterilized before you come in, or a mobile notary can come to your home. Either way, your documents are going to be signed. Now, you're going to be getting a thick stack of documents. Your loan documents are pretty thick. They're yay thick. And you're going to be signing those with a notary. There's going to be a lot of stuff to sign. In some cases, some lenders have very specific colors of ink that you must sign your documents in, and word to the wise, you're going to need to sign your documents exactly as they are printed on the loan documents. So for example, when I went in to sign my loan documents for my house, normally when I sign a credit card receipt, I just sign it Spade, right? But in this case, I had to sign everything Christopher M. Spade. So you're going to have to sign everything as it appears on the loan documents. Now, keep in mind, in the era of COVID, if you're signing documents in your home, everybody's going to be rubber gloved up with masks. You're going to have to show your identification, and you're going to have to give the notary a thumbprint in their book that it says exactly who you are and that you are the person signing the loan documents, that you are actually that person. Once your loan documents are signed with the notary and everything is done, they're going to give you a set of wiring instructions. Now, these wiring instructions typically are going to be the exact same wiring instructions you received when you sent in your earnest money deposit. Now, once that is all signed, they are going to send those documents back to the escrow officer. Now, you're going to take your wiring instructions along with your final closing statement, where it's going to say funds due from buyer, and that's the amount of money that you're going to go to your bank and you're going to wire the funds in. Now, typically, you get loan documents later in the day, so you'll likely be signing after 5 p.m. Most loan document signings happen after 5 p.m. or after work. So what you're going to do, again, take the wiring instructions that you received, you're going to take those wiring instructions to your bank, and you're going to take your closing statement to the bank so you know exactly how much money needs to be wired. Then the bank is going to help you set up the wire to fund the what your part of the loan to the escrow company. Now, what's going to happen the next day is that the escrow officer is going to get all the docs back. They are going to rework up the docs, make sure everything was signed properly. Once those documents have been certified and they have been signed properly, depending on how the lender wants to receive them back prior to funding, the escrow officer is going to make that delivery, whether it's via fax, scanned email, or they want their original docs back. Now, if they want their original documents back and your lender is not in San Diego, that means you're going to have to wait an extra day. Typically, most lenders take scanned documents back and wait for the originals the day after. But just keep in mind, if the lender you're working with needs the original documents back before the funder will release funding, then we're going to have to wait an extra day. Meanwhile, your wire that you've sent the money in will hit the escrow company's account for your portion of the closing. Once the lender has received the documents back, the escrow officer is then going to call the funder to fund the loan. The funder is going to look at everything, make sure everything is correct, and then they are going to double check the numbers with the escrow officer, and then the funder is going to push the button and wire money to the title company, which then will, quote, fund your loan, and that means the loan has been funded. Once the loan has been funded, then the escrow officer will call the title company and tell them it's okay to release the deed to record. Once the deed has been released to record, it's going to be electronically recorded, but it's going to sit in a queue where the county recorder's office is going to start queuing up the deeds, and they're going to start recording all the deeds. Once the county recorder has recorded the deed and they have confirmed the transfer of real property, they will notify the escrow company and the title company, and that's when you can pick up your keys. Now, you cannot get your keys at any point during this process until the county recorder has confirmed that you have received confirmation on your loan. Once the escrow company and the title company have received confirmation, they will notify me, I will notify you, and we're going to go have a mini party in your new front yard. If you have any questions about the closing process, feel free to reach out to me, 619-818-2992, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.